Hello, welcome to stream, everybody. I am still on the Slime Rancher kick. We are getting there, though. We got to rank 21 last time. I think it goes up to 28, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Hello, Trico. How you doing? Alrighty. Let's do this. So I'm going to be doing mostly the minigames today. This is kind of what I was doing yesterday, except on a shorter time scale because it's a short stream today because it's Sunday. So I'm only going to be streaming about an hour and a half, somewhere in there. You got some Nautica Below Zero yesterday? Hell yeah! That's awesome. I watched, who did I watch? I watched somebody play part of it. It's a lot different than what it was to, like, in the beta version of it. I watched a full playthrough of the beta version and then only part of the actual version that's out now, and I no longer know what is in which one. So that's fun. It looks cool, though. I love the penguins. Or whatever they are. You didn't finish Subnautica? Honestly, I've played Subnautica for maybe an hour, and I've had this game for a long time at this point. Yeah, you know, I'll get to it. So at some point. I think the storyline in Below Zero is a different person than who was in the first one, so I think you'll be fine. But I'm not 100% sure on that either. You had 10 penguins in your inventory. That sounds fantastic. That is the perfect inventory to have. My earbud is in the wrong side and I sound weird. Hold on. I gotta fix this. There we go. Garp! Hi, Garp. How are you? Alright. Same plan about other time and things. Gotcha. Doing good, sort of rested? Looking forward to D&D? Absolutely. I am also looking forward to D&D. You are going to have to save my ass. Absolutely. But in the case that you don't, I have completed making a backup character. Because I've been drawing this backup character for the last week, so he is now set up. I finished the drawing yesterday, so if I need him, I have him. Zach said I should be fine, but I just wanted to go ahead and make one just in case, because I am in the danger zone of potentially going down. A capless paladin? Oh man. I was having fun going through some of the weird options for some of the classes. So, my backup character is an Archfey Warlock. So, sometimes it's fun going into the not as often used options. I didn't even know an Archfey Warlock existed before I was looking into it. I'll be honest. Hello, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it. It is going to be amazing. I am so excited. Well, I'm not excited to lose Mulvera if that does happen, but if I do on accident, I'd be more than happy to play that character. I'm also attached to Mulvera. I will be very sad if I lose him, but his brother is also cool. I can't explain why yet. Unless I need him, I cannot divulge my secrets. Okay, here comes the stampede. Hello. Oh god. Good to know that Mulvera will be the trauma. Speaking of Mulvera, I realized when I was looking at... I have a notes thing on my phone. Because I went on a road trip a little while ago, but I have a notes thing on my phone where I was keeping, like, names of towns that we were driving through, because they sounded kind of cool. I'd be like, okay, this would be cool for a character. Because, for those of you that don't know, I'm working on making a tabletop campaign for, like, a space opera kind of adventure. So I was, like, collecting names of towns that we were going through, and I've been using those to name my D&D characters instead. And I was looking at that. This particular notes thing while I was working on figuring out the names of my character's family, and I have realized that I named my character wrong. I put two of the names together on accident because I can't read sometimes. So that's entertaining. Thank you for the hydrate, Bad Moon. I have realized that my bottle that is actually empty, so I need to go collect a drink. So give me just one moment. Alright, the hydrate has been completed. I have obtained a cup of apple juice. And that is what is currently my hydration. It is the liquid I am consuming. Capitalist Paladin Lane Butts. That's fucking hilarious. Also, hello, thank you for the follow. I hope you have a wonderful time here. It's an amazing name, honestly. Oh, that reminds me, though. I don't know if I've talked about it, but the first time I played D&D, my character's name was a pun or a play on words. I'm not really sure which one I would classify as, but I decided to name this poor tiefling. This is his full name. This is a first and last name. Keep that in mind. His name was Necronomicon. What part of it was the last name, you may ask? Nomicon was. And because I have the tendency to make, like, the family around the character that I'm playing, like, backup characters in the case that I need them, I also named the rest of his family. So his brother, or sibling, I don't remember, was, hold on, let me try to remember how the fuck to say it. I think it was Omnicon, it was Omninomicon or something like that. It was a mess. I feel like Nom should have been a middle name and that gives you a license to bite people. I wish I would have thought about that, honestly. That character was used for only, I think, 2 sessions maybe, but he holds a special place in my heart. Nope, whoop, I'm throwing plorts everywhere. Oh no, my plorts. Okay. Did I just get them back, or they... No, it just puts them back. Never mind. I thought they just got disintegrated into the void. Hello, Mochi. What the? You collected how many? Well, then I suppose the deluxe coop is now available to you. I would say good luck managing all those chickens, but honestly, you seem to know how to handle yourself. I don't need any more chickens. I am not going to use this, but I appreciate you giving it to me nonetheless. I'm not going to use it. Oh, is it? I already read that. You seem to know how to handle yourself. You know, sometimes I feel like this whole planet is a coop, just a pen to keep people far away. Sometimes I feel my dad didn't send me out here for a special assignment at all. Sometimes I feel like I was sent here to stay out of his way. Just a chicken in a coop. Speaking of chickens, what's a bird brain like you doing hanging around when there's so much work to do? Let's get back to the task at hand. Give me another batch of Quicksilver plorts and I'll give you a very special reward. Access to this manor and its plots. A manor would be the one ranch expansion that you have that isn't embarrassing. Okay, that's a little rude. I quite like my overgrowth, thank you very much. I have to collect 700? Oh fuck. That's a lot, okay. Necronomicon, Mighty Catboy, or Bard/Warlock, that would be lovely. I might bring that character back, honestly. He really didn't get to be in the limelight for too terribly long, and I feel like I should bring him back. I think I played him as a ranger, but I don't remember for sure. I do know that he was a tiefling because I have never played anything other than a tiefling. I have the tiefling brain rot permanently. Granted, my tieflings look different now, but it's just all tieflings. It's the extended tiefling universe. Why wouldn't I? You are very correct. The only reason why I wouldn't is to try out some of the other player races from some of the expansions, maybe. But like, tieflings are just so good. They've got so much flavor. Plus, it's fun because you know you get to play like tiefling clerics and shit, and be a something that most people would say wouldn't line up super well with the race, because I don't care and I like making odd combinations. I like making strange children. Which is why I'm very excited about the backup character if I need him. It was fun to make. Gnome Barbarian was, like, a moment of genius. I love Sprocket so much. Truly, you had control of the D&D brain cell when you were making Sprocket. It's probably not the best way to accomplish this minigame, but it works. Oh, the whole party has D&D potential. Like, as we get to know each other better, because, like, obviously there's some of us that haven't met most of the other people, cough cough me. But, like, once we all get to know each other even better, it's just gonna keep getting more and more good, honestly. I like the beginnings of the party dynamics that we're working with here. Plus, we get to make friends. Because I would not be against, like, at the end of this campaign, taking our characters into a different campaign. You know. Or even starting a new campaign with completely new characters or anything. Like, I am all about this. I love D&D. Alright. So that is it for Mochi for, I think, what was it, like 10-15 minutes, something like that? What's your timer at? 10 minutes. I think it's actually 11, is what it starts at, but in fact, fine, not really. Okay, so let me make sure all slime boys are good to go real quick. I don't have to clean anything up yet. Should be fine. Yeah, no, we're fine. Check on the bees, etc. The bees need to be watered. Go through, water all the bees, and then we'll go Father Ogden. We'll play with the walrus boys. You just come to the realization that there might not be any waffle good. True. You have a point. I have never played a lawful character. I've come to this realization in this moment. Yeah, the reason is I don't care and I will do what I think is right. It's kind of lawful because it goes on like a personal code. I think that technically makes it lawful, but also it's like I don't know. I stick in the neutral range because I don't know what I'm doing. Been be gone for a while? Okie dokie. Have a good lurk or whatever you're doing. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, a lawful character is not flexible, but it's like, at what point does the not being flexible about it kind of fuck with things? I don't know. I've never played a lawful character, so it's just like I don't know. I don't even know how to go about role playing one. Because anybody that I've played with also haven't played lawful characters. I don't really know what one looks like. Have you watched The Dragon Prince? No, but I think I've heard of it. Maybe. Because it's from the people that made Avatar, isn't it? Not the blue people one. The Bender one. Yeah, okay. I'm thinking of the right people then. Isn't it on Netflix or something? I don't watch TV shows anymore. I just watch YouTube and Twitch streams most of the time, I'll be honest. There's a night in it, that's a perfect example of a good. You should send me the name of it so I can look at their like a wiki page for them or something, because that's what I do instead of watching shows most of the time. I'd love to see what that kind of character looks like, though. Personality-wise, not like visually-wise, but you know what I mean. Oh yeah, I'm only, what, 58 things away from it? Not about that. We're almost through the second tier of this, and I didn't notice. I mean, I probably did, but I forgot. Like I'd like to try my hand at playing like character archetypes that I haven't done before. Because I've never done it before, so I don't know if I would like it or not. That doesn't hurt to try. Okay, I'm my ball over here. Away from the angry boys. Scape. That's an entry point. Angry boy tunnel. Goodbye. No thank you. More angry boys outside of the tunnel this time. Just for fun, just for flavor, I suppose. Here's one. Oh, there's one. I would prefer a large angry boy not directly in the face. You know, just a small preference. He'll showboat easily manipulated by using his moral code against him. Fair. That is true. That opens up the door for interesting trauma to do to your characters. What is D&D if not putting a character through random trauma? Can you send a clip of him to me? Yeah, that's fine. I don't know if I'll actually watch the show because yeah. Brain go burr and lose things all the time. And also, I don't think there's an active Netflix account between me and my partner, so I'm probably not gonna watch it. So yeah, you can send me clips. It's fine. I just don't really like watch shows or TV or anything. I will make an exception for when the second season of Good Omens comes out. I am watching that. Probably all in one sitting. That's why it is just wanting to write on my head. Calm down. I also need to see if the next Kingsman movie has actually come out yet. Because that's the only movie semi-recently that I was planning on watching. And because of, you know, COVID and everything, it's been pushing the release date back for a while, and I don't know if it's actually released yet, to be honest. But I saw the trailer for it, well, in theaters, and that shit looks fucking cool as hell. Like, I like the Kingsman movies in general, because, you know, they're spy movies, but they're fun spy movies. I like the style that they're in. But yeah, so we saw the trailer for it while we went to see a different movie at some point, and just the trailer itself was really fucking cool. So I've been hyped about this movie for a good, like, what is it, almost 2 years now? I'm just like, I'm waiting for it. Yeah, no, like, they're not perfect movies by any means. But the fight scenes are fucking satisfying. Like, when I was younger, I used to not be able to answer the question of what's your favorite movie? I have definite answers to that question now, and answer number 1 is Pacific Rim, not the second one, the first one. That is my comfort movie. I love it to bits. Jupiter Ascending is also good. It is very confusing, and I have forgotten about it until just this moment from you mentioning it. But yes, absolutely. I am in the same boat. I don't know where the boat is going, but I am in the boat. I saw it in theaters with my best friend. We were equally confused, but it was cool as hell. It's just the space opera-ness of it all, I think, is what it is, but like, the visuals were fun, they had fun takes on, like, you know, supernatural things that wasn't, like, space werewolves. Like, come on, that's cool. The characters are interesting. It's just fun all around. Like, you don't need to, like, make sense of the movie, you can just do some fun stuff and call it a day. Like, really. Not every movie has to be deep. Some movies can just be cool. And also, of course, critical of capitalist society, but still cool. given that I'm remembering the plot of Jupiter Ascending correctly. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, it has flavors of different things, and you can take it in the viewpoint of those things and go through it and do a whole like literary analysis and scene analysis and the whole 9 yards. But you can also just look at it at face value and just be like, space werewolves, really old people living off of the essence of life. Like, it's just cool. It reads like a D&D campaign. That's why I like it so much, I think. Himbo Dogboy, you are correct. Your views are valid. And like the person that played the werewolf, the space werewolf guy, I think was also involved in the Kingsman movies. I think this person just has a quality about him that's good for like that kind of a role. I think it was this like the second one he showed up in. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm also not good at recognizing actors, so I might be thinking of two people that look somewhat similar. And by somewhat similar, I mean they have the same hair color, maybe. Well, we're having realizations about movies today. There are lots of boys here. Oh boy. Oh boys. I have not seen any mud balls recently. Where are they? Where have they gone? Uh-oh. It is very trans vibes. Oh, a pod. Also, like, interesting because the bodily trauma is also related to wings, which is a very like literary element of that movie, for it to be specifically that his wings were clipped, essentially. And now he's got rocket boots, absolutely. Sometimes you just gotta get rocket boots. Oop, hello. Goodbye. Yeah, you are correct. He is a good example of lawful neutral, because he's still working within his code of ethics, but in a way that is not, you know, necessarily good or bad. Good or evil or whatever. Like, he's just doing his thing. Yeah, of course. I mean, like, character alignments are how, you know, the character sees themselves, not necessarily how other people see the character. Like, a character can believe that they're, you know, lawful neutral until they're blue in the face, but that might not necessarily be what somebody else sees them as. are all of the mud balls? I have walked around in so many places, and there's not been a singular one. I would like my ball of fruit. Imagine it's like, what is it called? Oh, fuck, what is it? It's like it's a kind of bread, but it has like dried fruit in it. Fruit, no? What is it called? It's like really tough. No doubt. People make it, but nobody eats it. Fruit bread? Maybe? Probably? That's what I imagine the consistency of the mud balls are. Fruitcake? I think it's fruitcake. Oh, I see it around the holidays, and then I've never had it. I don't know what a malt loaf is, but I'm assuming it's something akin to what I'm talking about. The joys of regional names for things is like sometimes it takes a little bit to figure out who's talking about what. I've had that issue with somebody that's from the same country as me, it's just from farther north. Things get a little bit weirdly named on occasion. Welcome back, Cheka. What in the fuck is that? That sure is a lot of letters. Is that you, Carp? Yeah. I think you got the code of the image there. I don't know what the hell link that was. Oh boy. I thought it was a bot for a second. I was just like, okay, I gotta go deal with this. And I'm like, oh wait, hold on. Why is a lot of it just because I think the link got messed up. So depending on what site you were trying to get the picture link from, the way that some websites hold them is different, and you might need to open it in a different tab, and then do like the right click, copy like image link or something like that, and then send it. That might work better. But yeah, no, different websites hold their images differently on occasion, and it can get really wacky. There you go. There you got it. You were looking up how to get lithium. That's certainly an interesting topic. What are you using lithium for, if you don't mind questions? I love that it is self-described as deliciously squidgy energy. What does that mean? What is that series of words strung together? Oh, for Subnautica. I thought you meant like actual lithium, and I was somewhat confused, but still curious. Alright, let me look at the other thing that they sent me. Or at least open it in a tab, that way I don't get lost to the depths of Twitch chat real quick. Oh, he looks kinda cool. Ironically, his name is almost the same as the name of the package that was on the thing that you just sent me. Oh god. Why does this fucking site have so many ads now? It's a pain in my ass. Let me open the video. Let me mute my desktop audio, and then I will open the video. That way these things will just be in my browser history and I can look at them later. While I am thinking about it, let me unmute. Here. we go. Twitch chat is a black hole. Yes, it is on occasion. It just like it eats things sometimes if it goes for too long. There we go. I would just play it on stream, but I am just infinitely anxious about accidentally DMCAing myself. I almost walked right into the ocean. Oopsies. Like, I know I got 3 strikes, but I just don't even want to. I don't even want to play with it. Like, I'm not even gonna slightly border it. I'm trying not to walk into the big blue slime, also known as the ocean. However, sometimes it's just a little too tempting. You know, you just want to just walk right into the ocean. That's fair. The people who just like don't care, just like do their own thing and no forethought about what they're doing, they terrify me. I mean, like, good for them, but they terrify me. You're just like people who can do things as soon as they think about them. I've been trying to buy myself socks for 2 weeks now, and I keep forgetting. Or putting it off, or whatever. Like... Okay. It was calling that a pogo fruit, but it was just like, that looks a little too purple. So there's a company that I get mine from specifically because they do like a charity kind of thingy. So I tend to get them from Bombas, Bombas, and they're very comfy. They last a long time, and I love them a lot. And they also have a thing that they put like on the inside of the sock or whatever. It has a bee pun, and it's just like, this is beautiful. Love it. Just put a camera on a tar and connect the camera to a VR headset. Now you can throw your view at the big blue slime. True. That would be interesting. It is a good reason to get socks. Plus, I tend to wear, when I wear socks, I don't wear them of the same color because I have decided that it makes me happier to just not care about matching my socks. So sometimes I'm just wearing, like, a... Hello? Okay, I'm trying to talk. So sometimes I'm just wearing, like, a blue and a red sock. It gives me serotonin. I don't know why. It doesn't hurt anything to do it, you know? Because the reason why I originally got Bombas in the first place is because they have a style, like a pattern style, where the sock is one color, but the toes and the heel, I think, are different colors. So like, I have one that the base color is black, but the toe and the heel color is blue. So I like that style specifically. So they've stopped carrying that particular you know, pattern as much. So, you know, I've been wearing holes in my nice ones. So I have decided I'm going to get one of the holiday pattern packs. Because it is a chaotic mess of colors, and I feel like that represents me fairly well. You know, as long as I remember to actually buy the socks before they change it out with something else. Yeah, they have some of those. And I'm just like, those colors are tempting. And it's just like the universe is facilitating me to actually, you know, get my socks because I randomly got $100 in the mail the other day. It was just like, I just need to get the socks now. I need to order the socks. I have it written down on a calendar, and I still have not done it, but I am planning on doing it tomorrow. We'll see if it happens, but I'm planning on doing it tomorrow. A colorblind person making colorful socks, honestly, would probably fit what I would get as a sock pattern. Like, just give me fun colors, I don't care. You can make it look like a peacock threw up on it. Like, I will... Yes. All colors go together if there's enough of them. True, and also if you try hard enough. I do odd color combinations on so many things. Namely my hair. Because I dye my own hair. And I just have like a random assortment of colors all the time. So I get fun hair color situations. Like right now, my hair is a neon blue. Like, it's not cyan, but it's like in that family kind of. Like, it is bright blue and dark red. It was also supposed to be dark purple, but the dark purple didn't hold as well. But so the top layer of my hair is bright blue, the bottom layer is dark red. It's an interesting look and I quite like it. But yeah, no, so like mixing colors that like clash with each other, it's like, it doesn't matter. Every color can go with the same color if you try hard enough, really. Your style of dressing is beautiful, and it is lovely. I especially appreciated the Mothman outfit. That was beautiful and just yes, absolutely. You do rock the devil posing as a boy band manager style. You do, and it works very well. Like, it's nice when like seeing people like find their style niche and then just fucking going for it. Like, honestly, it's not even necessarily the outfit itself. It's the confidence that makes it work, you know? Granted, the outfits are amazing, but the confidence is also, like, adds to it. I don't know. You should see me and my partner going to the grocery store. It is hilarious. We look like we're going to two very different places. Like, I don't know if you've seen the TikToks or the images of like a person dressed in like darker clothing and then their like gamer athletic wear partner. That's what we do. I look like I never got out of my emo phase in high school, and yeah. It's 'cause I didn't, but you know. I am quite literally currently wearing a band t-shirt for Fallout Boy, so that's my brand. It is a very good style. Sometimes you just gotta look like a goblin, you know? Everybody has goblin days. I need one more Kukudoba. And I still have found no mud balls. This is a travesty. Oh, well. Fair. And just old band t-shirts, various colored jeans. I have like wallet chains and stuff that I wear and stuff like that. Hoodies are also good. That was the... I don't know why I was surprised that I got the perfect amount for that, because I calculated it out and then went and got the... Oh my god, my brain. Hello, Ogden. You did it! I can try out my new recipe with all these delicious Kukudobas. What does a Kukudoba taste like? Can you give me this information? I really love to cook and it calms me down and lets me focus on making something nutritious for body and soul. It's funny, food only became a true passion for me after leaving my Insta-food company. To be honest, I didn't leave. I was ousted by the board of directors because I tried to sabotage the company. I wanted to see it fall. We were making people sick, I'm going to say the name correctly. Beatrix. The food we sold was garbage and we knew it. It was all about the money. I wanted it all to go away. But it had become too big. I couldn't stand up against it, so I was gone. I got my ticket to the far, far range soon thereafter. And so here we are, listening to me carry on about the past instead of focusing on those Kukudobas. Let's get back on track. Give me another load of Kukudobas, and I'll be so grateful that I'll give you the keys to my retreat. That's right, it'll be yours to keep. Good luck out there. Awesome, what does a Kukudoba taste like? Because it looks like how like a blueberry, like if you were to take the time to skin a blueberry, like it's a different color inside than it looks like it is outside. Because this little like mixing bowl thing had like orange fruit bits. It was the inside of a Kukudoba orange. That's what I'm thinking of. Somewhere between a blackcurrant and a durian. I have not had either of those things, and I don't know what a blackcurrant is. I think you've showed me a picture of a currant before, and it's gone. It's no longer exists in my brain. I'm going to have to look it up again. As it sounds vaguely familiar, but other than that, I do not know. What is this? Oh, it's all one word. Can you show me the Wikipedia page for it? Come on, Google. What is it akin to? What else is in this plants family? Blackcurrants were once popular in the United States as well, but became less common after currant farming was banned? Okay, well that makes sense why I don't know what it is. There are still bans Some of the bans are still in place. Wow. Interesting. I didn't know that. You learn something new every day. No, I have never had Ribena. I know what it is only because I watch some YouTubers who are British, but other than that, I would not know what it is. So it was banned in the US because it was introducing a certain kind of, I think it was a tree disease or something to certain trees that are important to the logging industry here. So they banned it, and it's still in place in some. I think it looked like the northeastern states were growing it, but I didn't even know that was a thing. It was banned in like the 1900s. Okay, what states is it still banned in? Because now I am curious and I'm on a Wikipedia hunt. I'll get back to playing the game in a second. One researcher estimated that only 0.1% of Americans have ever had a blackcurrant. Again, it makes sense why I don't know what they are now. Current restrictions. Moved across the states, some bans remain. Tell me where they are! Apparently, you also can't import it from Northern Ireland, the Isle of Man, Channel Islands, or several EU countries. You can sometimes import it from Chile, specifically. What states is it banned in? I want to know. Purple Skitter... What? Purple Skittles in the UK are currant flavored. Who was gonna tell me that purple Skittles were different flavored in different places? Excuse me? Okay. I just wanted to know what states it's still banned in. Please. It's grown commercially in the northeastern states and the Pacific Northwest. Other than that, it does not want to tell me what states it's banned in. Oh well. I didn't know that purple Skittles were not grape in other countries. This has blown my mind. Oh shit, it's only 150 to get the thing. Interesting. Yeah, because the purple Skittles here are just grape flavored. Granted, it's not like strongly grape. If you didn't tell somebody that it was grape flavored, somebody probably wouldn't be able to guess, but like, supposedly they're grape flavored. We'll go with that. That was very interesting though. Yeah, no, if I ever go to the UK, I'm gonna have to get a pack of Skittles now, because I am curious what the hell a blackcurrant tastes like. We are blackcurrant deprived. I don't know if you've seen the Tumblr post of forbidden shrimp colors. Blackcurrant is the forbidden fruit flavor for us, apparently. Because of the ban, it's not popular, and because it's not popular, you know, most people haven't had it, so what's the point of growing it if most people know if they're going to buy it, I guess, so it's pain. I want to know what the unknown flavor tastes like now. This is going to haunt me. I'm gonna ask my partner tomorrow if they've had blackcurrant anything, because they might have. And now I'm curious. Granted that I remember to ask, but... I wonder if there's any other foods that happened with... I'm sure there are, but like... that is still currently... like not popular because of that. Like, you can find, like, generic history stuff. But sometimes you just stumble upon, like, there's a whole entire food that you've never had because it got banned in the 1900s. It's just like, fucking what? What is Vimto? I don't even know what it is. I've never even had false Vimto or whatever. And there's a train. Train time. Nope, I didn't want to put the tofu in here. I wanted to put the tofu down is what I wanted to do. Oh, is it a soda? I haven't actually looked at the picture yet. Oh, it is a soda. Is that blackcurrant, raspberry, and lemon? Am I seeing this right? That's an interesting combination. It's also a squash. What do you mean it's a squash? A squash is a kind of vegetable. How is it a squash? Are you making squash soda? That's a concept. I don't know what a cordial is. I recognize that it's a word, but I have a feeling the word that I associate it with, or the thing that I am associating it with, is not the same thing that you are. Kool-Aid. I know what Kool-Aid is. Okay. Okay, so pre-mixed Kool-Aid. Or do you mean like the... There's things that you can get where it's like a liquid that you like mix into water. They're like in little squirty things. Is that like what you're talking about? Yeah? Awesome. Okay. I don't know if that actually has a proper name other than squirty liquid mixin'. I don't know. Drink mix? That's what it is. I had to think about that for a second. Okay, so that's squash. A squash to me is like, I don't know what it would be called for you. Wait a minute. Because it's like butternut squash or something like that. Would it be a gourd? I don't think it would be a gourd. I don't know. Or is it also just called squash? What does that mean? I mean, I know what it means, but what is it? How do I say this? It's from fucking French, so of course I'm gonna say it wrong. What, like courgette? Perhaps? Courgette? I don't know. No, Another name for zucchini. That's not what I'm talking. Ah. Pain. Yeah, and I knew about squash the game. I don't know what it is necessarily, but I know that it exists. And no, turnips and rutabagas are two different things. I can't tell you why they're different, but they are different things. And maybe. Perhaps. I thought coriander was... No. Yeah, okay, that one might be right. You might need to Google it, because I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. Well, it's like eggplants being called, like, aubergines or something. I think that's what they're called, but, like, why did we have 50 million names for the same thing? It's very confusing. Like, I know it's because, different societies develop different names for things because they, they're taken from different languages or, they developed differently or parallel or something like that. And it's like, it makes cooking interesting because if I find a recipe that's from, like, the UK or Australia, I have to Google some of the ingredients because it's like, what is this? I have never heard of this in my life. Joys of international friendships. You get to learn all sorts of names for things that you didn't think were named like that. Oh yeah, no, the names were fun. It just makes talking about it interesting on occasion. Rutabaga, whoever decided to name it a rutabaga, we had all of the brain cells. All of them. It's fun to say. I don't know. True. You are correct. When things have multiple names, the joke potential goes up astronomically. The word difference thing gets even more interesting when the item has multiple ways of referring to it depending on like what part of a country that you're in. Let me tell you. Shopping carts have so many different names. I call them buggies personally. They could also be called trolleys, just carts. I don't know. Probably other ones that I can't think of off the top of my head. Wheelie Whatsits, yeah. That thing over there with the wheels, Thingamajig on occasion. I am surprised the captions will actually detect me saying thingamajig. That makes me happy. There's a candy bar, I don't know if it exists anymore, that had like a really long name that was just like... Was it a whatchamacallit? I don't... It might have been that. I don't know if it's around anymore, but... because I haven't been paying attention to it. I remember it existing at some point, though. You know, I forget the names of things all the time. Like, I've called the ceiling fan just the thing. Which is great when I'm asking my partner to turn it off and I'm pointing at the light switch and not at the ceiling fan itself. Can you turn the thing off? Which thing? I love that you call them wheelie bins. Like, as soon as I figured that out, like, or not figured that out, as soon as I learned about that, like, it was beautiful. they're just garbage cans. We don't specify if they have wheels or not. We should. We absolutely should. Because wheelie bins is more fun. But... no. Cans don't have to necessarily be round. No, not all of ours are round. The one that is currently sitting in my kitchen that I can look at is rectangular, in fact. It is not round. Are you talking about spam the food? I've been trying to convince my partner to try spam the food, and it has not succeeded so far. Because in the southern United States, spam is sometimes like a breakfast kind of staple food for some families. Yeah, they're from the northern part of the U.S. and have not had it ever, and so my attempts at trying to get them to try it have not succeeded. That sounds great. I would love to try spam and shepherd's pie. I've never had it in sandwich form. I can't remember how we used to make it, but I don't think it was in sandwich form. I think we just like fried it up and then just ate it like that, but I genuinely cannot remember. Ham and eggs is a good combo. That is true. The vegan version? Hell yeah. That's awesome. me and my partner get an interesting combination of food situations. Because I'm from Florida, which is obviously it's in the southern U.S. and they're from like a state that's close to the Canadian border. So we grew up very far away from each other, and the food tastes we are used to are very different because of that. I have tried some interesting foods from there now. That's all I'm gonna say. There are some interesting things that they have done. They really they have a fun time with Cool Whip. You're gonna have to introduce me to the concept of lobby too, because I don't know what it is. Let me see how far apart our hometowns are. That might give a better image of how far apart the food differences are. I'm using Google Maps for only good things. I definitely want directions from Florida to their state. Calculating. Alright. To drive from my hometown to their hometown is 26 hours. Alright, cook onions in a big pot, put in mince, fry up the mince, add carrots, potatoes, leeks, rich vegetables. Cook it up, add broccoli, cauliflower, peas, some more. That is a lot of things that you are putting in the same dish. Holy fuck. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page for it. Interesting. Yeah, so it's like a beef stew essentially. I see. It's beef stew with interesting stuff. Yeah, it's like gumbo or jambalaya. It's different in every family kind of thing. Okay, so next question, what is mince? The stream has turned into me asking you food questions. Normally pork of some kind. Okay, gotcha. You can get minced beef though. Okay, so minced is a state of being. Got it. Back to Google. Oh, so okay. I see. It's like ground beef, maybe. I scrolled farther down the Google page and it's like minced meat versus ground meat. That means it's probably different, so never mind. Meat grinder. Okay, maybe it's not different. I don't know. Pretty much the same. Okay. I got it now. I can't say that I've seen the pork version of that. I mean, we definitely have the beef version. We also have turkey. Like ground turkey is a thing that I see commonly. But I don't think I've seen pork. What do you mean mince pies are not meat? Why is it called the same thing if it's not the same thing? Oh no. I've been thinking that they're like, I had a vague understanding of what mince was, but not like super well, so I was like, okay, it's like a chicken pot pie or something like that. I'd I would not assume, if you had not told me, that mince was a different, like a completely different thing than mincemeat. I would have thought you were just talking about the same thing. Pain. Mincemeat is a blend of ground raisins, fried fruit, and spice. Why does it have meat in it then? Why is meat a part of that? You could have called it literally anything else, but why mincemeat? I don't understand. English the language. Fair. That is fair. You do have meat pies, but they are not mince pies. I am going to lose my mind. My marbles are all over the floor. I'm trying to think of something that's similar that we have here, where it's like it gets confused with other things, and I cannot think of anything off the top of my head, to be quite honest. And there's no train. Train night. You know how you have very different names for sometimes the same thing, like cilantro and coriander versus peas and seeds. You have the opposite problem. Fair. Yeah. Yeah, because like I would think of the leaves part of it as cilantro and then the seeds as coriander. Because for me, I don't know why, but I associate coriander with lettuce. And I don't know why that has happened. Okay, so there is actually a different thing that is cilantro, but it's an entirely different herb. Why do I think of this as related to lettuce? I don't know why that has happened. My my Google search history is going to look very interesting. Do I know how many types of mint you have here? No, and you're going to tell me and I'm going to be terrified. Obviously, like, I know, like, there's spearmint and peppermint. What forbidden mints do you possess? Why do you have so many flavors of mint? Are the names accurate? Do they taste like minty apples? Just, I don't know, mint grows here. Fair enough. I'd imagine lemon mint just kind of tastes like smelling like a lemon cleaner and then licking like toothpaste or something. Ooh, drink time. Mints have variations on their names. I am being cursed with knowledge. Okay, woolly mint sounds adorable, and it sounds like it would be like the same texture as like moth antenna, which are like, I'm saying like a lot, which are like, pipe cleaner kind of texture sometimes. Can you tell what word is my preferred sentence filler? Oh shit, there is a fourth rank to the machines. Nice. There's the price ramp up I was expecting. Okay. I've got golden sure shot now. Sure shot. Boy, is that going to get messed up. There's chocolate mint? Okay. What do gold slimes eat exactly? Can I just throw anything at it? Is that allowed? Their appearance often induces panic. True. I mean, it can contain both. Interesting. You just, the UK simply has the forbidden flavors of mint. Pineapple mint? pineapple mint make that implies that there are false mints, and I do not even want to look at that road of thought. Pineapple mint gives me many question marks verbally because I accidentally I ate a mint Oreo and I drank something with pineapple in it, and it was a taste with a capital T. And if that tastes anything like that, why? Why does that exist as a plant? Why does the UK have American wild mint? I don't think we have American wild mint. Why do you have it? You stole it? I mean... True. We did kind of have an interruption between the two countries. Margarita mint is not the same thing as mojito mint. I am going to riot. He's a fucking banana mint? What? Okay, lavender mint I had some idea of because I saw something about it in a TikTok recently. Something about it being like in the mint family or whatever. So that one is acceptable. Why is the mint slender? Why is it not named after a food? These and many other questions I have. Like, oh yeah, the rest of them are named after foods. This one's slender. Like, okay. And here comes a place name one. With the other place name one. What is happening? The naming scheme is all over the place. Horse mint? You turned a horse into mint? The horse is just like eating it? Is it like catnip but for a horse? Why is it called horse mint? Orange mint, bergamot mint, and I'm not even gonna try to say that mint. Are all the same mint. I wouldn't know these mints from a hole in the wall. Although I appreciate you're telling me which ones are the same. Strawberry mint. That one sounds like it'd be an interesting mouth experience. Grapefruit mint. We're back to the fruit names. The other food names. And then special mention to Hemingway, apparently. Why are there so many mint? Why are you hoarding the mint? Are, like, all of these, like, actually usable as, like, food things? What do your spice aisles look like? Oh my god. 95% of it is mint. Okay. My backpack receded into my face for a moment there. That was fun. There we go. Oh, true, I probably should have thought about that, but the fact that all of them are usable for, like, food stuff is astounding. Welcome back, Draco. We're still talking about mint. Get mint from the supermarket is probably going to be Egyptian mint. Interesting. Oh yeah, well, I guess that's kind of like tomato varieties or whatever. The ones they sell in the store are all like... I think there's only 2 or 3 different kinds that they actually sell, and the rest you'd have to grow. Or get from like a food... no, farmer's market. That's what I was thinking of. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know too terribly many people who eat catnip. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you should try. You can, and it's good. I am learning cursed knowledge. Ain't catnip, eat it. I mean, yeah, fair, I could do that. I could also not do that. Because I have, like, planting pots that I've been meaning to actually, you know, grow things in for 4 years now. I haven't done it. It's not gonna happen. If I ever get the opportunity to try it, I will do it. Spicy mint. Okay. Is it spicy in the way that mint normally is, or is it like spicy in the way that a pepper is? Is it cold spicy or is it hot spicy? Train. Stop. So many trains today. Yes, okay. So it's just it's icy hot spicy. This train, it is currently like 4 in the morning, and this train is just going for it. I love that that icy hot mint exists and it's catnip, of all things. And licorice mint? Oh, I've been meaning to try like black licorice. I haven't done that. I think I'd like it, but I haven't tried it before. Before I was told that catnip can be put into food, if somebody had come up to me like, hey, here's a dish that I made, it has catnip in it, I would have been like, fucking what? Why does it have catnip in it? You might end up with a cat in your teeth. It's already hard enough to keep cats out of bowls and stuff. Use catnip in it just tempts them more. Catnip tea for your cat's not a good idea. I imagine a cup gets knocked over quite often. Or dunk their heads in it, yeah. That was the next thing. Like, I got catnip tea for my cat, and now I need to give my cat a bath. I love seeing the videos on occasion that I see on like Twitter or TikTok or whatever with cats that are trying to drink from like a kitchen sink, and they just flat out just stick their head in the water. Like they don't care. They're just trying to get the water itself, but it's just like it's just funny looking. It makes me appreciate that the cat that I had when I was like really young was fine with water. Because apparently, according to my mother, I dumped an entire bucket of water on that cat, and that cat was infinitely patient with me. Okay, so catnip is a mint and is edible. For both people and cats. Catmint, which you would think is the same thing, not catnip, not edible. What the fuck? These ways of you guys naming things is confusing. And also the fact that one thing that is edible and the other thing that isn't edible are named almost the same thing. It feels like that is a recipe for disaster. It probably wouldn't kill you, no, but it probably wouldn't be a nice experience. There are many not foods, but there are many things that you could theoretically eat, but it's just like, it won't kill you, but it's not gonna be great. I have that with a food that is entirely edible. Like, I don't know what it is about basil. I do not vibe with basil. I do not like it. Like I've tried to have it in things and on things in various forms, and I don't. Nope. Again, the naming conventions is setting somebody up to experience a bad time. It's like how tomatoes are like. I think some tomatoes are like part of the belladonna family of plants, with like literally all of the other plants in that are completely deadly, and then tomatoes are over here just like, hi, we're okay. All tomatoes are okay. I was not 100% confident when I was saying, so I was giving myself a little wiggle space just in case. Oh, bell peppers are too. Interesting. It was just like, these two are fine. The rest of them, not fine at all. And strawberries. Three things. Strawberries? I thought it was only tomatoes. Alright, more Googling. Alright, is happening. Yeah, because you got Deadly Nightshade or whatever. Includes tomato. Oh, potatoes. That was the other thing. It's tomatoes, potatoes, and eggplants. Although bell peppers and strawberries were a good guess. I forgot that potatoes and tomatoes are like in the same plant family. And gooseberries, apparently. I also have not had gooseberries before, but I think that's more of a regional thing than it being banned kind of situation. Yeah, it's been fun moving to a different state because all the fruit seasons that I've grown up being used to no longer apply, and I no longer know what times I can get certain fruits. It's been a pain in the ass. And there's some things I just can't get here most of the time. Like, for instance, honeydews. I have seen them once. Starfruit, haven't seen it at all. It's just like, what is happening? Like, I know there was going to be regional differences, but what? What? Excuse? Salsify? No. Unless it has a different name. I'm googling to see what that is. Please look at the plant and not a random other thingy. The salsify plant is an old-fashioned vegetable that is very hard to find in a grocery store. The answer to your question is definitely no. Member of the dandelion family. That's fun. I know dandelions are edible. Weird and sticky and tastes amazing. Fair enough. A lot of the really good foods, you have to struggle with them a little bit before you can get it to be a really good food. There are so many plants that we like use parts of where it's just like, if any other part of this plant is not good, this particular chunk of it, perfectly fine. Or you have to cook it in a certain way, otherwise it's just like, you might go on a hallucinogenic trip, I don't know. Like, the people who were figuring this out, kudos to them, because, no. You are going to extinguish if you're not careful. I'm going to forcibly place you back in this. Yeah, you have the dichotomy of plants that you could eat quite literally any part of it and be totally fine, and then you have plants where if you even look at it the wrong way, something's going to go wrong. Yeah, his chives are good. I like chives. The whole onion family does indeed have it going on. You are correct. Sometimes I put so much garlic in things that a vampire would cringe at just being in the same room as it. Because I don't... Typically speaking, somebody might season their food via smelling what it smells like, you know? Unfortunately, I do not have the smell capability, and I sometimes make things very garlic. I'm not gonna complain because I like garlic, but like, you know. Oh, you're allergic to it and onions? Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. That's rough. If it makes you feel any better, I don't have any food allergies, but I just so happen to be allergic to most things that can be used as bug repellent. I am pretty certain that I'm like partially an insect at this point. It's kind of ridiculous. I am actively allergic to 3 things, 2 of which are used as bug repellent in some fashion, and then the third one I don't know what it is yet, but I have a feeling it's a bug repellent of some fashion. Because I don't know. And I grew up in Florida, which like that's a whole like mix of interesting situations to happen at the same time, because Florida might as well be the natural habitat for fucking mosquitoes. Because it's not. But it is now. Like any sort of PSA for like any mosquito spread diseases that would go around is like, here's the best way to prevent getting it. Use bug spray. It's like, I can't. I physically cannot. I mean, maybe that might be my body's way of preventing bugs. Just eat an immense amount of garlic. also used to be allergic to cats, but I grew out of that one, thankfully. Yeah. I can safely own a cat now. Other than the fact that my dog strongly dislikes cats, but you know. Theoretically, I can now own a cat. But that will be the end of stream for today. We talked a lot about Mint, oh my god. I like learning new things. Buttspot is haunting my captions. We're just gonna go with that. Yeah, of course. Let me see if I can find somebody to raid. Chances are not likely as of lately. Just cause reasons. Yep, the reasons are currently applicable. So, yeah. So as always, since we are not doing a raid, I will simply give a recommendation instead. So these are things that some of my friends or people that I follow, some cool things that they have made. If you wish to lay your eyes upon content, there's a link in chat for some stuff. It's also stuff that I personally watch, so, you know, it's gone through a layer of vetting. Granted, my taste is not the best sometimes, but it's fine. Yeah, if you wish to lay your eyes upon something, links in the chat, all that good stuff. And then with that, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Take whatever applies to you. And I will see you for a normal length stream tomorrow. Bye, everybody. It's still gonna be Slime Rancher. That's just how it is. It's Slime Rancher all the time.